Yo, what's up? It is a great day to have a great day. And today, not only are we drinking our water out of glass bottles, which is the key to a good life, we're also going to be talking about how to do product research for TikTok Shop. So if you don't already have an existing e-commerce business, or maybe you're trying to jump on a trend, find products, find a niche with all the stuff that's working and blow something up on TikTok Shop, this is the video for you. Now, I feel like having some fun, so I'm gonna give $100 away again to someone who likes, comments, and subscribes. So do those three things. I'll pick someone, announce it on my Instagram, give someone another $100. I do that often. We're gonna jump in today. We got a lot of stuff to talk about with the gold rush, okay? I haven't seen anything like this since my first early experience with e-commerce in 2015, right? When we were selling fidget spinners back in the day, it was just crazy, like how easily you could sell stuff with a blurry photo. And that's exactly what's happening on TikTok Shop. Don't do a blurry photo. But we're going to talk about a couple different things here. Product research, what to do, where to do it, what data to look at. Step number 2 with fulfillment on that, building a store, opening the shop, how to do it, how to get everything set up correctly, because most people are selling a junk product that's not going to explode, whereas pretty much everything we launch is exploding on TikTok Shop right now. We're manufacturing our own products. We're finding other products that we're not doing anything with. It's very easy. So I'm going to take you through all of that, and we're going to use a company called FastMoss to do some research. Very easy tool that pulls live data from TikTok's API. So if you haven't checked this out, you can go sign up, get a free trial, and take a look through their platform. Very easy to see the general products that are blowing up. Now, I want to show you a new one right here. This is a 15-day cleanse that's one of the biggest products on TikTok Shop right now. Just in the last 7 days, they've done $1.2 million in sales. Like what? Okay, and it's not that expensive of a product. So it's nuts the volume they're pushing out. They've had to fulfill over 60,000 orders. It's crazy. But what we're seeing on here, still the big general categories that I can't possibly make more clear for people, is we're seeing health products, beauty products, and tech accessories. Okay, I still think health and beauty is by far the biggest. We're seeing a lot of women's clothing. That's a big one. Just please make sure you have your fulfillment handled, because you're going to get returns. There's going to be sizing issues. But let's talk about these, okay? Categories that sell well. Health. This can be supplements, vitamins, health and workout accessories. There's people doing a lot of ab rollers. There's this guy who like every day for hours, he live streams himself doing this like ab wheel. Insane. This dude's like shredded, but a lot of work for the money he's making, but he's making it. So that's cool. Grip strength trainer, little spring thing that you squeeze, stuff like that. That's cheap. Okay. Price point matters, especially on stuff like this that you can get on Amazon. There's a lot of manufacturers on TikTok Shop. There's a lot of people undercutting the price point. So it's somewhat a race to the bottom in terms of pricing. So just make sure you've got a good cost basis to start with. Tech accessories. I'm seeing a lot of phone mounts, like gimbals and different stabilizers and stuff, content creator oriented stuff. I even have one of those that I'm selling. And so we're doing some stuff in that space. This I think is more like, if you don't want to build your own brand at all, like just find some product, which I'm going to show you how to do, and very easily source it. You don't need to put much effort into selling one of these. I've seen a lot of like old Facebook type products. Like some of the stuff that I sold 500,000 to $1 million worth way back in the day is popping back up, like cheap smartwatches, kind of a knockoff Apple Watch for 10, 20 bucks. They're not expensive to source. And so people are selling them on here. And then beauty. This is awesome. Skincare, makeup, this could be anything related to that. Usually not the makeup itself, but like tools, like face scraper, gemstone things, makeup fridges, red laser stuff, whatever. And even like support stuff that women wear, like all kinds of just things that make them look better, I guess. Women are buying a lot of stuff on TikTok Shop. So it's been blowing up. There's also a lot of clothing, hats, and things like that. But let's talk about research tools. So those are some of the general things that are working. By the way, if you don't leave a like down below, your TikTok Shop might get banned. That's the rumor I heard. So better not risk it, right? So TikTok Shop itself is a good platform to scroll on, okay? I'm always looking at stuff on there. I want to see the stuff that's sold over 1,000 units, that's been moving, that's got good feedback. That's just very basic entry-level stuff. And then in terms of diving a little deeper, again, FastMoss, a good tool. I was going to build out a software that would kick this one's ass because this just looks really old. It kind of reminds me of like Alibaba's website or AliExpress, just like not very modern, doesn't quite have the functionality and features I would want. But regardless, there's a lot of different products on here. So being able to dive deep into the shops, being able to search shops and see what's working. Let's go to this one. This Guru Nanda. This is the one that's selling one of this top product right here, the cocoa mint pulling oil, whatever that is. But we can go take a look at their shop and get some of the data. They're rated a 4.6 out of 5. That's pretty good. right? They're in the US, of course. And you can just see exactly what their data is. And obviously you got to sign up, get a free trial, and go check this out. I have no affiliation with them, but it's really easy to see the data and get a sense of what products are working. And even if you're not going to find and sell that same product, another variation of it could be a good option, right? So for an example, if I want to sell some sort of phone accessory, let's use this as an example, and I want to sell like a magnet phone car mount, right? Something like you put your phone on in the car, you're gonna be able to see all the different variations of it. And you can go on Alibaba. We couldn't do this back in the day selling on Shopify because you can't order one by one, but you're gonna need inventory in the US, either at your house, that's the easiest spot to start, or to 3PL. So minimum order quantity for some of these, 10, 100, like different ones, some are one by one, but it's cheap. Right, shipping on some of these cheaper products is honestly going to be just as expensive, if not more expensive. So, let's say we're trying to do this. This is a suction cup off of your windshield. Let's see what this price point is and what this would come out to. Okay, if we want to get up to 2,000 pieces, you're only going to need a couple hundred to start. So let's say 300-400. This one's pretty cheap. You can start the order. I would always talk to them. There's usually a discount you could get. Ocean Express shipping. You can figure out what shipping method you want, but go spend $2,000, $3,000, get inventory to the US for a product, get 500 of them, whatever. And that's going to be a good spot to start. So a lot of people are just not taking care of their fulfillment. Now, there is a tool called Shop Hunter, which if I pull it up here, allows you to look at data from external spots. So just like how Fastmoss pulls stuff for TikTok Shop, Shop Hunter allows you to enter a URL. So a lot of these big TikTok shops, they also have websites, they sell elsewhere, they do other stuff. So if we go to the top performing stores based on revenue, and this is for the week, you can see all the different ones on here. You can filter it, you can look through their data, you can see stuff, you can see what variants are selling, you can see the specific sales volume for each one on their site. This is a really helpful thing to do. You can both search, specific ones if you have one in mind, but it really helps you be able to see what's working. And again, Facebook ad library ads like these, they have 18 here, so they're definitely running a lot of Facebook ads. You can backtrack all that. So that's going to be another tool in your tool belt that you can use just to help yourself find more data before you make a decision to go spend a few $1,000s to order something. So that's going to be a good starting spot. Okay. Now, if you already have, I want to mention this, if you already have a brand, you already have a product set up, maybe a Shopify store, you can use Ownbase to transfer all that over. This is a Shopify app that allows you to integrate seamlessly from Shopify into TikTok. So a lot of people will have, let's say they sell clothing. You got sweatshirts, t-shirts, hats, you got all this. There's 8 different sizes and 3 different colors. So there's like 100 different variants, right? It automatically inputs all of that, including your inventory amount, everything. You can get a free 30-day trial. I'll leave them linked down below, but that's going to be the best spot if you already have something else. And one thing that people don't consider is the fulfillment side of things, because this with Ownbase can kick the orders over to your Shopify store depending on your fulfillment process. And that's really important because some people like to fulfill through TikTok. Other more established brands that already have, let's say, an operation set up elsewhere, that might be a big hurdle to like have some orders being fulfilled here. It can be really frustrating. You can set this up and have optionality there with Ownbase. So definitely check them out. Again, I will leave them down below. Really makes the whole process super easy. And one thing people don't consider is also the fact that you should set up a store. So I'll jump here to step 3, but a lot of people are getting banned on TikTok Shop. Usually it happens right when you open your account. And it's not like you can't get that back. You can go through the appeal process and usually get it back. But one thing that can help if you plan on building a Shopify store at all, if let's say we're going to sell this universal air vent thing, whatever, okay, this little phone mount for a car. Great. If we're going to do that, well, maybe let's build the Shopify store before we apply for the TikTok shop, because then it shows you're selling it elsewhere, because they're going to ask you, are you selling anywhere else? You could put the domain for your store. It just helps that process with approvals. And then again, you can use Ownbase to sync everything. So whatever you want to do. But once the product is found, now you need to get inventory. Again, I just showed you a couple ways to do that. One thing you can do is check CJ dropshipping. This is, as far as I know, the only way to maybe drop ship through TikTok Shop. It's just not worth having fulfillment issues. I recommend inventory, but sometimes, very rarely, you can find, you can find a product, magnet phone mount for car. We're going to also need to specify the warehouse location, okay? Because we need to make sure that it's in the US warehouse, because you have to be able to have your orders scanned in by USPS within 3 days, okay? No games. You got to be on top of it. But like, again, look at the pricing difference. Obviously it's drop shipped. So there's a benefit to that where you don't have to order the inventory. There's no increased risk from doing that. They have it, but you also got to make sure they have enough units, right? That's a big piece of it. A lot of people don't think about. So you can go search on here for whatever product you're trying to do. I only know one person who's done this. They were doing about 20,000 a month in volume, and everything was fine. Most, like 95% of the orders were getting out on time. So it wasn't bringing the store down. Wasn't really penalized him a little bit. His payouts got longer, but everything was still okay until they ran out of inventory. Because CJ is not just going to order inventory for you. So that's kind of a problem, but it can maybe help you get off the ground, so give you a little runway. But that's one thing to consider. Now, step 4, obviously, opening your TikTok shop. That's where Ownbase comes in. But really, really easy. You're going to want to be on TikTok shop. Even if your plan is to like sell on Amazon or something, I would definitely be on TikTok shop because there is no other platform that is or ever has subsidized billions of dollars worth of discounts where they give that discount to the customer, but they still give us the full amount. Big deal, plus shipping. And now step number 5 is going to be a product listing. Okay, I'm actually going to do a live setup. I just want to show you a little bit about how it works. If you want me to do a full setup video, let me know. Happy to do it. But I want to show you a little bit about what that process looks like. So let me pull up a TikTok shop here real quick. So inside of here, I'm going to go over to products, manage products. I'm going to scroll over and I'm going to hit add new product. Okay. So let's say I'm going to sell that phone mount. I'm just going to run with that as an example. So magnetic car phone mount. Let's just do that. Boom. Okay. It's got to be 25 or more. Let's see. Suction cup. We'll just put that. It automatically kind of uses general AI to pull what one you're in, like what category. Phones and electronics, phone accessories, phone holders, and mounts. Nailed it. Pretty specific. Cool. The brand. Okay. You can do your own. You can do one of these on the list. I'm just going to put, let's say, Hooyah. Okay, let's say that's our brand. Boom, we're going to add it. Sick name. Carcinogens. Is there carcinogens in there? No. Okay, chemicals? No. Fit machine? You can put whatever you want. iPhone? Great, it's going to work. Warranty type? Do you have any sort of warranty on this? I would say, you could just add a custom one, put it in the description. Doesn't really have to be in there. Material. What is this made out of? Okay, it's probably plastic. All right, we're just going to add that in here. We can also add multiple. It's got some plastic. It's got some silicone. Cool. We're just going to add that. Okay, next thing from there, and by the way, depending on what you're doing, it's going to ask you for a heck of a lot more information. Like for my supplement one, it was like 20 times this much. And you don't have to answer all these. Some of these you can just leave blank. Media, uploading your images. Most people don't do videos. You can if you have one. It's unlikely you're going to have one to start. Product description, okay? You can use, it's kind of like a mini chat GPT inside of here to kind of come up with a product description. So, magnetic phone mount, and now we'll hit generate and it's going to come up with a very general description that you're probably going to want to rephrase a little bit, but it does it pretty well. Does it honestly a little better than ChatGPT. So yeah, all good, nice and easy. So what we could do is copy this and then we can paste it right here. Boom. So there's our description. Feel free to modify it. Now your product, your listing. Okay, let's say we ordered 350 units. Okay, we're going to put 350. Right? Say we want it to be a $3.99 retail. We can do a discount later on this. We'll just put a general retail price. If you want to have variants, let's say there was 2 different colors. I probably wouldn't recommend starting with that, especially if you're ordering a limited amount of inventory, but your choice. And then this is where things get interesting. To complete this, you need to have the exact product weight with the packaging. Packaging doesn't add much. And then you can just use the dimensions of the product. It doesn't have to be the dimensions of the package. Okay, people get a little confused there. Weight with the package, dimensions just of product. Okay, and if you don't have this, let's say you just filled out everything that I showed and you're like, crap, I didn't actually get the product in yet. I'm waiting for it. Well, just go save this as a draft. You don't have to restart everything. All right, so that's it. It's not that hard. Now, it's going to be submitted for review. Unlike Shopify where you just put whatever you want, you could sell an elephant on there and immediately take an order. On here, not the case. So we'll exit out of this and now we'll go into step 6, which is marketing, okay? Because once everything is set up, you're off to the races. You can send samples, you can get influencers on board, all of that. Like you can start getting sales, okay? If you have a budget of over $10,000 so that you can handle inventory, right? You're not like starting with only a couple hundred units. If you have a little bit more wiggle room so that you can scale quicker, fill out the form linked below. I'll leave it linked below, answer a couple questions. Me and my team have been helping people scale and set things up really quickly through our small group coaching program. So that is application only. We filter everybody. We do calls one-on-one, but they're very personalized calls. You'll get access to me one-on-one, and that's where we can help you out. Now, if you need help with the marketing or you want the specific criteria I use for finding influencers, the messages I send to influencers, and if you get banned off TikTok Shop, need an appeal, you need help with anything, I'll give you the exact messages that I say to TikTok Shop support to get the accounts back. Just click the link below somewhere. I will leave my last YouTube video. It's obviously a free YouTube video, but I go through that side of things. So if you want help with that, go there because I break all of that down, okay? Other than that, Everything you need is linked down below. That is how I do product research.